Yo, what is going on, Xbox and PC fans? It is Josh coming at you guys today with my top 10 free-to-play games. And this is in no particular order, but I did break it up into two parts. The first off is the top 5 games I've actually played, and the second half of this video is going to be the top 5 games I have not played yet, but I really do want to play. And all of these games are completely free to download and hop in and at least get started. Obviously, there are some varying models in terms of what they're going to charge you for DLC or for extra characters, cosmetic stuff like skins, etc. You know, as to how they're going to monetize their customers eventually. But yeah, nonetheless, these games are absolutely free to get in and start having a good time. So, number 1 on my list is a game that I really wanted to play when I first saw the trailer like 10 years ago. The game was called Dark Sector at that time. Had some really just mesmerizing music, a really cool action, stealthy, kind of sci-fi feel to it, but never really came into fruition as intended by the developer. The game did actually come out for PS3 and Xbox 360, but with a whole different kind of take on what was envisioned originally. And this game appears to have made a comeback in the form of Warframe. Same developer, same kind of techie, kind of ninjas in space kind of feel to it. And it's a complete online cooperative experience on Xbox One and PC. So this game, you know, looks like almost a free-to-play Destiny type of game, a free-to-play Division type of game, where you go in with your buddies and there's just a whole lot of co-op action to be had, shooting, slicing and dicing in space with just some crazy sci-fi take on the universe. And it looks really cool. So, you know, I haven't played this game since it was launched in 2013, but at that time it was kind of barren for content, and as of right now it supposedly is completely fleshed out and really, really good. But yeah, a solid pick for your time. If you have no change in your pocket but you want to make a change on your game, check this one out. My number 2 game is Killer Instinct. This game is obviously on the Xbox One. It is on Windows Store as well, and this is one of Microsoft's Play Anywhere games. So if you have the game for Xbox One or for PC, it's the same save game, so all your data does transfer over no matter where you are, no matter what computer you're on. You can play against your friends online, again, wherever you are, or whatever device you're on, which is awesome. And the graphics have been updated here since its launch. When the Xbox One launched, this game ran at 720p. But the visuals have been updated, the lighting has been updated, the resolution has actually been bumped up to 900p on the Xbox One, and obviously PC is unrestrained in that category, so feel free to go nuts. But the game plays very, very well. I'm not really a fighting game guy per se, but you know, this game, the mechanics work very well. The characters are different, but it's still balanced and fair in my opinion. I've played quite a bit of this game, and I don't see, you know, any one character standing out as just a cheap player to pick. And definitely well balanced, and they just keep adding more and more and more content. Currently we're in Season 3. They've added a ton of characters and new maps, etc. so far, stages, whatever. But yeah, completely cross-play, completely free to download on either platform. So links are in the description for that. If you guys feel like checking this game out and punching some faces, give this one a shot. Number 3, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on PC. Man, I love the cinematics in this game. Love the universe of Star Wars, and just seeing, you know, these epic cinematics gets me insanely pumped for some Star Wars action. I have played the game, and it is a third-person RPG, open world online game, kind of like a World of Warcraft in the Star Wars universe. So I'm totally digging that. Again, the cinematics, if you just want to watch those, I would highly recommend it. I will link those below, and I would definitely give those a shot if you are a Star Wars fan at all. Check those out. If you want to hop in the game, again, links in the description. Completely free to get in there and you know, get your Jedi or your Sith on, or maybe go Han's YOLO. Doesn't even matter, but it's totally free to play and totally worth your while if you're a Star Wars fan. Get in there, and may the 4th be with you. Number 4, a game that I really had fun with, and that currently I think through today, that's the last day, you guys better get in there quick, has all of the characters free and open to play for the time being, is Heroes of the Storm on the PC. This is a Blizzard game. You guys all know Blizzard from, World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, and Overwatch. Even the Overwatch characters, a relatively new game, have already made their way into Heroes of the Storm. This is kind of like a culmination, an aggregation, if you will, of all of the main heroes and story characters from all the Blizzard games brought in for one epic battle royale. It's almost like a MOBA-style, top-down, third-person, action game, combat game. But very much in the vein of something like a Super Smash Brothers, where Nintendo had taken all of its popular characters and kind of thrown them together in this big battle royale. That's what Heroes of the Storm is on PC and for Blizzard games, and it just is awesome. So if you guys have not checked this game out yet, I would definitely recommend this as one of the top ones to just go ahead and download and start playing, especially today, June 28th. Like I say, all the characters are open currently, so get in there, check this game out. It's definitely worth a shot and completely free to hop in there. Number 5 of top 5 games I've actually played is Team Fortress 2. Now this game is a Valve game. Valve, another company that does, absolutely great by PC gamers. This game had come out, I believe, late 2000s, kind of around the time that Portal came out, maybe Portal 2, and was just a really, really solid third-person shooting game with different character classes, character types, and a lot of different variety in the gameplay. A lot of the same things that Overwatch does now, this game does now as well, but completely for free. And, if you want to play a heavy gunner guy, if you want to play a really quick, speedy guy that runs around the board and just, wobs people on the head with a mallet, or a stealthy guy that can go invisible, or an engineer that can lay down turrets and all kinds of stuff like that, this game has got your back. It's completely funny, doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just a really good, high-quality shooting game that's completely free to play on the PC. So download this game, hop in there and check it out. Definitely worth your time. And, if you're broken into shooting games, I'd give this one a shot. Alright, so moving on to the top 5 games that I have not played, that are free, that I want to play. Number 1 is Lord of the Rings Online. Now, I'm not really a massive super nerd for Lord of the Rings, but I do like the universe. I have watched all of the movies, certain ones multiple times, and I just think it's a cool universe to have a game in. If you guys haven't actually played Shadow of Mordor, by the way, and you do have a capable console or computer to play that game, and you're into that universe, I recommend that title as well. But getting back to the free-to-play game here, this one is completely online, completely free to play, and it is a little bit dated. Came out, I think early 2000s, but it still is the Lord of the Rings universe, and if you're into the whole J.R. Tolkien thing, the whole Lord of the Rings world around you and storytelling and action, it's going to be pretty awesome. At least I hope it will be. I plan to get in there and check this game out myself and hope it's pretty good. I'll let you guys know if I do play it and how it is, but still, completely free to download and play, so definitely worth a shot. Moving on to number 2 is DC Universe. This one is available for the PC and the Xbox One. Links, again, provided below. But if you guys know DC, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, these are awesome characters that just have epic stories, and a lot of that story is infused into this game, a lot of the soul of those characters, and the cinematics really show that, like an epic struggle for survival between all these different hero characters. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's definitely worth checking out. You get to pick your own abilities, you get to pick your own powers, and it just makes for a very variety-rich world full of characters that have all kinds of cool abilities and powers. And the interaction you're going to have with them is always going to be different, because no two characters are exactly alike that I've seen. But it's free to play. It's an online third-person, again, kind of action game. And it's got all the characters that you love in the story. And your character can be as unique as you want them to be, and totally free to play. So if you're a DC fan and you like that kind of top-down, third-person action games online, this one could be up your alley, so check it out. Number 3 in the games I have not played but want to play is Star Trek Online. Again, you guys could probably see this trend forming here, but I'm kind of a nerd with regard to the whole Star XXX series. I like the space sci-fi stuff, and this is another game that's available on Xbox One and PC, and it just has a really, really rich story and background to it, and a lot of characters that I just, have grown up with and seen, like Spock and Captain Kirk and Uhura, that are in the game, and that just make it a lot more grounded for me. I can relate a lot more to these characters than just, say, some generic game that happens to be free to play. Star Trek Online, if you're into the Star Trek universe, you can get in here and you can man the Enterprise and shoot some lasers and save the universe and go where no man has gone before, except for the other 10 million or so that are playing the game online already. But still, free to play, available on both devices, and if you have a little bit of time and you're a Star Trek fan, I would check this game out. I plan to as well. Number 4, Neverwinter. Available again on PC and Xbox One. This is your kind of typical action RPG on PC and console, and it just has epic cinematics you guys can see here. The gameplay is action oriented, and you can get a lot of different upgrades, to your weapons and your armor. If you guys are into the loot grind and stuff like that, and just battling out, more and more powerful enemies as a group or independently, you can do that in this game, and it is completely free to play on either platform. So definitely worth checking this game out. If you're into the whole fantasy universe with dragons and kind of like World of Warcraft, stuff like that, this could be another great game for you to try out. And again, totally free to play, costs you $0.00 to get in there, so why the hell not? Alright, now last but not least is a game that I really, really do want to play, and that is Path of Exile: The Awakening. This game, people call this a Diablo clone. And, it does resemble Diablo in the fact that it is a top-down, third-person action game with loot grinding and stuff like that, different trees that you can go in terms of your powers and abilities and stuff like that. But it just goes so far above and beyond what Diablo has done in terms of character progression and options and graphics and animation and scale. This game is massive, and it's completely free. I don't even know how these guys are doing it, but I really want to play this game. The graphics look phenomenal. The gameplay looks phenomenal. The character classes and progression look second to none. Honestly, this game looks like it is a massive AAA budget game. It is completely free to play, so I fully intend on downloading this game myself and checking this out in the near future. I'll let you guys know how it is. Hope to see you guys online in some of these games. If you want to play, hit me up, gamer tags below, and I will see you guys out there. Have a good one.